A landing page is going to be a much more simplified version of a website where every button, every image, every piece of text, every video is designed with one thing in mind, and that is to get drivers to apply. What is happening, everybody? Loris here, founder of Carrier Intelligence. We help trucking companies attract better drivers using disruptive methods. And today I want to talk specifically about the importance of a landing page and why you gotta own this thing yourself versus letting a marketing agency, some kind of job board, 9th Avenue, whatever you want to call it, owning that landing page for you, all right? So let's hop right into it and define first what is a landing page. Well, a landing page is going to be quite a bit different than a traditional website. If you look at a regular website, it could be abctrucking.com, you would have a home page, about us page, services page, maybe a history page, contact page, apply now button, something like that. Now, while that is important, you have to have all that stuff because your website is kind of two-path facing. It's out there for potential customers looking for RFP requests, shipment quotes, doing research before they reach out to a carrier to potentially partner with. And the other piece of the website is going to be potential employee facing, right? It's for drivers, could be for other staff members, etc. So you want to have that regular website of an abctrucking.com. What I'm advocating more, and which is very important specifically for driver attraction and retention, is a landing page. A landing page is going to be a much more simplified version of a website. Instead of being abctrucking.com, it would be something like driveforabc.com, okay? And on that landing page, it is designed more like a funnel. A website is almost a brochure. You know what I mean? There's all these different avenues you can go down. All those are different paths that are valuable, but every path a driver goes down on a traditional website is a chance that they're gonna hop off, get bored, and leave, okay? So a landing page is much more funnel designed, where every button, every image, every piece of text, every video is designed with one thing in mind, and that is to get drivers to apply, okay? So at the top of a landing page, there's no homepage, about us, services, history, etc. It's just a one-page landing page. Speaks exactly about what it is that makes your company unique. Make sure to check out our other video where we talked about your USP and how to define that yourself. It talks about your USP. It talks about the job or jobs you guys are hiring for, pay package, benefits, but also importantly that kind of DNA that makes you guys a great company to work for. Video-driven and very, very call to action driven. A lot of buttons pointing drivers to an apply now page, which could either be internal on that landing page or it could also, kick off to your ATS system, okay? So landing pages, very, very important, okay? It's gonna help you build a predictable system where if you can get traffic to that landing page, you're gonna get more people submitting that full app. More people that submit the full app turns into more hires. That's basic numbers. So why you have to have one has already been discussed. Now, why you have to own that yourself. This is something I see carriers do all the time. It drives me crazy. Gotta help them out on this. There are a lot of companies out there. There are a lot of marketing companies. There's a lot of ethical ones. There's a lot of ones that are not as ethical, for better or worse. What oftentimes happens, and this happens with the biggest players out in the industry, is they will happily build you a landing page, but it rarely is going to be an asset that you as the carrier owns, okay? Now, if you are working with maybe some other marketing agencies now, specifically within the trucking industry, you could go check out your landing page that your marketing company built for you, the lead gen company or whatever it is, and the majority of the time, it's not gonna be your actual website. It's not going to be driveforabc.com, right? It's going to be something like 9thavenue.com/abctrucking.com, and you get the idea. Now, that's a problem. That's a huge problem because what that means is that you're not owning the data, okay? So this marketing company is going to send traffic to that landing page, which kicks out leads to you, but unfortunately, those leads really are not your property. You're paying the ad budget for it. You are spending the ad dollars. You're spending your time trying to call the leads, etc. But that landing page is not yours because it's not your domain. It's not underneath your hosting, right? So you want to have a landing page that you actually own, hosted yourself, WordPress style website, hosted on GoDaddy or SiteGround, whatever it is you choose to use. That needs to be an asset that your company actually owns and maintains. If you take it a step further, what often happens with marketing companies within the trucking industry is that they'll put pixels, these tracking pixels, which is little pieces of code, onto the website. Now, that is a fantastic practice to do. I'm a huge, huge advocate of different kind of tracking pixels. However, it needs to be your pixels. It should not be the marketing company's pixels. Because if a marketing company is using their own pixels, they are collecting the data, they're aggregating that data, and if we know anything, it's data is king, right? The Googles, these massive companies like Facebook, TikTok, etc., they are gathering data in just drove. And if your marketing company is using your ad dollars to gather that data and store it themselves, that's a huge, huge red flag, because there's a very high probability that they're going to go out and resell that data to your direct competitors, people hiring within the same hiring regions as you. They could be down the road from you, they could be across the country from you, but they're hiring in your kind of turf, your backyard of your hiring radius, with the leads that you spent the ad budget for. Big, big problem. So if you currently have a landing page, I challenge you to go out and double check that it is actually your landing page that you own, you maintain. And if it's not, that needs to be something that you nip in the butt and address quickly, because if you don't own it, that means somebody else does. And if they own it, they're taking your data oftentimes and are using it for things that you probably don't realize, which is making money off of you and potentially taking hires away from you that should be yours and diverting them to another company. Big, big problem, okay? So you gotta have a landing page, you gotta have pixels, you gotta do all that, but you gotta make sure that it's your landing page with your pixels, so it's your data and your data alone. You paid for that stuff, you earned it. Don't let anybody else take it from you, okay? Catch you on the next video.